Good morning, everyone. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. How are you guys? Hope you're having a good Tuesday morning. We are going to jump back to something that is more at my roots of what I used to do when I was doing more writing and one of my passions, which is talking about different health trends that are not necessarily rooted in science. Now, I've done a lot about different forms and different diets and done a lot of different things about different methods people use for their health. And I'm always fascinated by anyone that goes from one extreme to another or who promotes any sort of idea as the answer for everything. I've often found myself sort of enamored in these sorts of communities and these people about how they get super invested into one complete mindset about anything. This could mean just about anything to the people that believe that essential oils will cure everything, or those people that say, cabbage juice is the answer to everything, or the grapefruit diet, or you gotta be vegan, or you gotta eat only meat, or you gotta eat only beans, anything that is very, very extreme. And not surprisingly, people that have a tendency to go into these sort of extreme mindsets, I have found over the years of covering these sorts of stories, is that they're easily influenced and seem to often jump from one trend to another, depending on what is going on in the media, what is cool, or what they believe is the right answer. Obviously, life is a journey and we all try different things. Heck, even when I was in my 20s and late teens, I tried to be a vegetarian. It didn't work. Everyone has to take the steps that they do to get to the place where they need to be, and everything in life is messy, right? So obviously, when a social media influencer who is known for being a vegan came out last week and said that she had done the 30-day meat challenge or meat-only carnivore diet, it did not land well. However, she is getting a lot of press for it and a lot more views on her Instagram. So let me tell you about it. Elise Parker, she's a social media influencer. She has 729,000 YouTube subscribers and she has over 200,000 Instagram followers. She has promoted a vegan lifestyle for nearly 5 years, and she has shocked fans by announcing she tried the carnivore diet. On her About section on her YouTube channel, she says, "Aloha, I'm Alyse. On this channel, I strive to empower you to drop all limiting beliefs and step into alignment with your most vibrant self." So, in a video that she uploaded last week, she admitted to people that she was at a place in her vegan lifestyle where she was starting to question whether or not it was the right choice for her. And she had heard about this diet through a friend and decided that she was going to try it. And it was the carnivore only diet. So on Instagram, she shared this. There's Alyse. And she wrote, "By this point, you probably know that I love trying new things, running little experiments and diving into challenges of all sorts. Some of the experiments I've run in the past: 30 days without shampoo, 1 year without deodorant, 21 days of only fruit juice, 30 days without social media, 3 years of not shaving my armpits, not wearing makeup, or not using heat on my hair. You get the point. Yeah, some may call me crazy, but I'm a firm believer in experiencing things firsthand and getting a real feel for what something is all about before I form a personal opinion on it. The carnivore diet first came into my awareness when a close friend shared with me all of the benefits that he was experiencing by eating this way. Coming from being vegan 4.5 years, I was hella resistant to the concept of eating only animal foods, aka only meat, seafood, eggs. It didn't make any sense to me. It actually sounded pretty effing ridiculous. But oddly enough, I started to hear the story after story from fellow vegan friends jumping ship, testing out the carnivore diet, and experiencing amazing health transformations. I was so confused. But I'd had my own fair share of health struggles and eventually reached a breaking point where I was willing to try anything to function properly again. With an online community of over 800,000 people, many of which primarily following me for my vegan-related content, it was a bit conflicted to say the least. But I knew I needed to make a decision based on what I thought was best interest for my health. I swallowed my pride and decided to give it a shot full-on carnivore. I woke up the next morning feeling more mentally clear, focused, wholesome, and healthy than I had felt in years. God bless, what else? But also, WTF. My vegan identity crumbled immediately. The past year of my life has been a journey of remembering who I am separate from what I eat. In hopes of challenging others to step out of their current perspective, I documented my newest challenge of eating only meat for 30 days. The video launches next week. Now, if you are interested in watching this video, I've put the link in the description below. So, obviously, this did not land well on her Instagram. People were mad. Most of her followers are vegan and they are outraged by her claims. Now, in the video, she makes a lot of claims, like that aren't backed by science. She says that it's believed that the meat-only diet can help with digestion, it can help make you feel better, it can, help improve your energy and your strength, and by reducing carbohydrates, your body can help, it's the keto diet times a million. A lot of what she says is wild, one extreme to the other. So people were not, and someone actually did bring up freely, if you see that, Katrina. But one person said, cows experience fear and pain. They have family units. They understand they are going to die when they are butchered. Factory farming of beef is not only cruel to intelligent animals, but incredibly awful to the environment. You're part of the problem. Don't pretend that you're part of any solution. And she says, my new video educated the difference between factory farming and grass-fed and humanely raised animals. There is so much information outside of the vegan documentaries that is worth exploring to achieve an unbiased perspective and understanding the agriculture and environment situation at hand. And then another person said, being vegan, you'd think you'd understand the effects of eating meat on our bodies and more importantly, our environment. You lost all my respect. And then another person said, I'm so sorry that you changed your mind about veganism. You were my inspiration at first and now your support has the exact opposite. So, not gonna lie, I was not, going from any extreme to cutting out complete food groups, to me is not the most balanced way to eat, obviously. And the interesting thing is that medical experts and dietitians say that restrictive dieting of any kind is not healthy. So what I did was I wanted to know, she's making a ton of claims in the video, which you should watch below. And she basically is insinuating that she feels better now than she did before. Well, I don't know that we should actually be surprised, because sometimes if vegans aren't eating enough protein or fat, they don't feel good. They're lacking the necessary protein levels and fat from animals that we need as humans. So a lot of time they lack energy, they become deficient in iron, they can become deficient in other vitamins and nutrients that are through foods or through meats. So to go from one where you're taking out all of your vegetables and fruits that have macronutrients and antioxidants that we need, she might feel good for a while, but I'm guessing long term there could be some consequences, right? Well, Healthline had this to say about the diet. So to give you sort of an insight to what the diet is. So the carnivore diet is a restrictive diet that only includes meat, fish, and other animal foods like eggs and certain dairy products. It excludes all other foods, including fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds. The proponents recommend eliminating or limiting dairy intake to foods that are low in lactose, a sugar found in milk, and dairy proteins, such as butter and hard cheese. However, the complete elimination of carbs on this diet is not recommended or necessary for diabetes management. Instead, eating smaller amounts of wholesome, high fiber carbs that don't cause spikes in blood sugar. So what are some of the risks in doing this? Well, eating a lot of meat, according to Healthline and according to nutrition, is high in fat and saturated fat and cholesterol. It also lacks micronutrients, and it has a complete elimination of carbs. The diet will lack micronutrients from plants, legumes, and whole grains, which contain beneficial vitamins that you need. Overconsumption of meat can lead to deficiencies in other areas. There's been links between high-fat diets and issues with heart health. And there's been some other issues. It says that meat does not contain the same vitamins and minerals as plants and antioxidants. There's also no fiber in this diet. So fiber is necessary to balance the bacteria in our guts, which can lead to a weakened immunity and colon cancer. It could harm your gut, according to Healthline. And bottom line, what Healthline says is that the carnivore diet is an extremely restrictive, consisting entirely of meat, fish, eggs, and small amounts of lactose dairy. It's said to aid in weight loss and several health issues, but no research backs these claims. What's more, it's high in fat and sodium, and that contains no fiber or beneficial plant compounds, so it would be difficult to maintain long term. It says overall, the carnivore diet is an unnecessarily restrictive diet, and eating a balanced diet with a variety of healthy foods is more sustainable and will likely afford you more health benefits. So this is really interesting to me because with vegan diets, you are completely eliminating meat, right? And now you're going to go to a carnivore diet where you're going to completely eliminate plants. Well, after she finished it, she said she's not going to completely eliminate plants. She's not going to do that whole thing, but she said she's going to try to do a variation of it. Now, the ecosystem in the world balances on both foods, plants growing and animals living. And if you have an out of balance where you're not eating the animals, or you're eating too many vegetables, or you're eating too much meat, you're going to throw the entire ecosystem out of balance. We need balance. We need balance, you guys, balance. So Alyse says she lost a couple pounds. She stepped on a scale and weighed only 95 pounds. She's tiny. So I hope that she would try to work with a diet, a nutritionist to maybe help what could be disordered eating. I don't think it's healthy for any person to go from one extreme to the next. But again, I'm not an expert. So, and as always, don't rely on YouTubers to tell you about your diet. Consult your doctors and dietitians and nutritionists. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? I'm not shocked that people are mad because the vegan community on YouTube is very, very, they're very passionate, let's just say. I'm not surprised she's getting backlash. She has been losing subscribers. She's also gaining subscribers that are intrigued. Would you watch her now knowing where she's at, or do you just think it's crazy? I would love to know in the comments below. But I enjoyed researching for this stream because it's definitely something I find interesting. All right, you guys, I'll be back later. Bye.